So it's Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. So as I told you guys, I'm not just blowing the dust off anymore. I'm using this vacuum with the HEPA filter. And you didn't notice any dust blowing out of that vacuum. That filter's great. I've been using it for a couple of years now. I just keep cleaning it and put it back. I'm working up top here. This area I'm working right now would have been where the back portion of the sliding door for the van. Now, I cut this off of a van, this whole back of this, out at the junkyard. As I told you guys, I bent it around the door jamb that made a bend here, so that it's. And then I've been working on smoothing all that out, and it's coming together pretty well. I had one small crack that came up here while I was sitting, and I'm not sure. I think it was because, like I said, I shouldn't have been wet sanding, and I'm not wet sanding this year. This garage doesn't dry it out enough, so I literally was packing moisture into the metal and then putting filler over it, and that caused me issues. But you can see where I tacked the skin. You can see my tacks. They got little spots of rust as well. But that's going to get cleaned up and some filler put in there and take care of that. I told you guys I'm going to cut this line right off of here. And I'm not going to try to beat it back with a hammer and a dolly. I'm basically going to take my cutting wheel and cut it along here, along there, to flat metal. And then I'm going to put a piece of metal in behind it, take the light out while I'm working. And what I'll do is I hang like a bag of wet rags right in this area. I'll take some magnets and stick it here, and those wet bags will be touching this surface. So while I'm welding, that heat won't transfer up. And that's how you can use, I've seen people use sandbags, wet sandbags, especially on flat surfaces. They work real well to stop the heat transfer. Plus I'll be taking my time welding it, and I'll get that all. That's going to be, I think, tomorrow I'm going to start on cutting this out. Got the van up inside here because it started raining and I was ready to get started. I wish I could have got some more primer on the hood, but the hood and the tailgate are so close. But I'm trying to be a perfectionist, so I'm going to be going back over it again. Headlight covers are getting real close. I got the first coat of black on them, but I can see my sander marks still have to be sanded out and stuff. Still got a little work to do on these. I just cleaned up this part of it and taped over it, the aluminum. So when I go back with it, there'll be that aluminum ring around the center, and then the chrome goes around the outside. Coming together. Kind of a gray day out there. Crappy weather. We had quite a bit of rain come through last night. See what's going on here in Rusty, Rhode Island. Body work. I'm going to work this body. I got some spots like right here. You can see how it all cracked like that? And that wasn't me. This is what was ever on that paint back. I sanded it and then it just crinkled up like that. So I'm going to have to fix a lot of these areas. And I'm going to cut that right down, fill those areas in, and work this a little bit more in this area. You can see I got a crack here, crack there. And it's funny, once I go over it with the sandpaper, this all had rusty looking cracks too. And once I sand it down, you can barely see they're just little tiny spots where the moisture was bleeding through. And again, that was my own stupidity for wet sanding in this garage when it wouldn't dry. It was cold and I just never got it dry enough to put the primer on. Live and learn. Out from Rusty, Rhode Island. Hope you're enjoying your day.